Yun pala. Kumusta po mga kaibigan? Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Eric C Maliwat, live mula dito sa Sydney, Australia. I would just like to share to you this daily radio show that I am doing from Monday to Friday here in Sydney's Multicultural Community Broadcasting. We are 98.5 FM. And here in this radio show, daily I play music in the many languages that we speak here in Multicultural Australia, which includes Filipino music. Ito po ay 2 oras na palatuntunan, 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon dito sa Sydney, bago ang aming international news. At sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, pwede niyong mapakinggan, streaming, dito po sa radio200.com.au. So sa mga iba't ibang mga kanta na naririnig ko dito, syempre kasama ang mga Tagalog na mga awitin, mga Tagalog songs. So ito po, patikim lamang siya at sana po inyong i-like at i-share at mag-subscribe po tayo dito sa ating The Grape City Media at ipag-pray nyo rin po dahil ito ay isa sa mga ministries na ginagawa ko para noon ma-share ang good news, ang mabuting balita ng pag-asa na meron tayo sa Panginoong Diyos sa pamamagitan ng Panginoong Jesus dito po sa Australia, mga kaibigan. So ayan, at sana po ay inyong ma-enjoy itong ating ginagawa.
We caught up with Rachel Bowes from Lifeline Australia to find out more about the anonymous help and support you can access through their telephone service.
The 131114 phone service is available 24/7, so every day, every minute of the year, staffed by our wonderful Lifeline volunteers, crisis supporters, who have all undergone some really extensive training to enable them to support and work with people who are in crisis. And that crisis can really be anything, defined by the person who calls us. So if it's a crisis for you, then as far as we're concerned, it's worthy of a call to us. And that support really is to help people, firstly, talk through whatever is on their mind, and secondly, help with a bit of direction about where to next, whether that's helping you mobilize your own resources or identify the resources you've got, or to direct you towards another service that might be able to help you.
So remember, Lifeline provides 24-hour telephone counselling on one national number, 13 11 14, for the cost of a local call. You can also visit lifeline.org.au each day from 12 p.m. till midnight Australian Eastern Standard Time to get counselling and support through their online crisis chat and text services.
The Community Radio Suicide Prevention Project is produced with the support of the Australian Government Department of Health.
Sam sakret njima. Neću već, neću brak, komplimente ne primam, svojih želja, pazi se, obe oči mogu sve. Onaj ko me ljubio, jeste mi kupio, nikome sam bila dar, nekome sam tebi kraj. Ova žena dobro zna koliko su 2 i 2, sa njom sve je pogrešno, ti voliš to. Ova žena to sam ja, takva sam se rodila, al mi je u genima, da sam sa kretenima.
Sydney's 98.5 FM 200, and we are sharing to you music in the many languages that we speak here in Multicultural Australia. And down the road is the celebration of Australia Day 2023. And we are having fun. We are having celebrations in the many languages that we speak here in Multicultural Australia. And we would like you to take part in this celebration happening very soon, whether in Sydney or in Melbourne or in Brisbane or in Hobart or in Adelaide or anywhere in Australia, and anywhere there is an Australian embassy all over the world, there is this celebration of the Australian Day happening this Thursday this week here in Australia. And we would just like to share this information to you for everyone who would like to see what's happening very, very soon during the Australia Day celebration. Here is one important message from one of the Australians of the year. Thank you so much for listening to the afternoon show. My name is Eric, keeping you company with music in the many languages that we speak here in multicultural Australia. And let's see if our technology will now cooperate with us.
.5 2 triple O FM.
Sydney's multicultural music, news, and information radio. We are 98.5 FM, and you're listening to the afternoon show with Eric. This is the afternoon show, and I am your host, Eric, on Sydney's multicultural music, news, and information radio. We are 98.5 FM, 200. Listen to Teresa Kwok, community care pioneer and one of the 2023 Senior Australians of the Year.
I like to see myself as a pioneer for building up connecting all the community, the people together. A lot of them, they can't even communicate with their grandchildren. We can develop their skill set, develop some of the independence, they start to grow to know this is their place. And I say, when you go back home to talk to your grandchildren or talk to your other friends in Malaysia, in Singapore, whoever, you can tell them what you know about the country, and you will feel so proud.
98.5 2 O FM.
I'm mortal, you're eternal. I'm bound to limitations, but there's something in between us that is giving me the freedom. I feel your supernatural. This love, it feels ethereal. I'm walking on air, walking on air. This love affair, it's like walking on love me at my darkest. You have crowned me with your brightness. All my fears and all my secrets, I can rest them, no pretenses. I feel your supernatural. This love, it feels ethereal. I'm walking on air, walking on air. This love affair, it's like walking on air. Our love is like life in the heavens. Take me higher where your love completes me. Take me to the place where I'm free. Hold me close where you can keep me. Far from all the hurt, you save me. Take me to the place where I'm free. Walking in air, this love is this love. 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 I'm walking on air, walking on air. This love affair, it's like walking on air. I'm walking on air, walking on air. This love affair, it's like walking on air. I'm mortal, you're eternal. I'm bound to your kingdom. This love
Hi, this is Tori Gonzaga, and you're listening to Eric C. Maliwat. Always keep in mind to cast all your cares on God, for He cares for you all the time.
There is always the urge to acquire things, to keep on buying, whether online or from a normal store. But you don't need to fill your home with things to make it welcoming. Some simple flowers, a photograph, or a comfortable chair are all you really need. rather than filling all the space in your room with so many things that later on become clutter. Leave room in the space for breathing and living.
Give me hope, the strength, the will to keep on. No one else can make me feel this way, and only you can bring out all the best I can do. I believe you turn the tide and make me feel real good inside. You push me up when I'm about to give up. You're on my side when no one seems to listen. And if you go, you know the tears can't help but show. You'll break this heart and tear it apart. Then suddenly the madness starts. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say, I'm with you through all the way. 'Cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me. You push me up when I'm about to give up. You're on my side when no one seems to listen. And if you go, you know the tears can't help but show. You break this heart and tear it apart. Then suddenly the madness starts. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say, I'm with you through all the way. 'Cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say, I'm with you through all the way. 'Cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me.
Sydney's The Afternoon Show with Eric here on 98.5 FM, Sydney's multicultural community broadcasting.
This is The Afternoon Show with Eric.
Hoy buhol ang traffic, kinakapan ng jeep.
Minura pa ng driver at tuloy uminit. Kumukulong na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema'y lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Kaarin mo sa galit mo, ikukunat lang. Overtime daw, nag-good time lang pala. Pag uwi ng bahay, amoy alak pa siya. Kumukulong na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema'y lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Pwede mo naman siyang palitan. Nananahimik na ang daming hirit. Anong pakila? Baka sila'y inggit. Kumukulong na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema'y lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Hayaan mo na lang, magsisisi yun yan. Easy ka lang, relax ka lang. Simay ang buhay mo, ngiti ka na lang. Saanin mo sa galit mo, ikukunat lang. Kaya kaibigan, konting pasensya. Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang.
Songs in the many languages that we speak here in multicultural Australia. This is the afternoon show with Eric.
Hi, I'm Mark Curray, Minister for Multiculturalism. I'd like to wish all your listeners a happy day. As Minister for Multiculturalism, I get to attend many events and see firsthand the wonderful cultures that we have in our community. Our local area or our local community has more than 300 different ancestries, and we have people from all corners of the globe calling Sydney and calling Australia home. And I want to thank the contribution of our multicultural communities right across our wonderful country.
Minister for Multiculturalism Mark Curray on 98.5 FM, Sydney's Multicultural Community Broadcasting.
Magmula nung ako'y natutong umawi, naging makulay ang aking munting daigdig. Tila ito pala ang pag-ibig, kumalalim ng daming pag-ibig. Kung umakaw ang kaluluwa at tinig, ay sadyang nanginginig. Magmula nung ako'y natutong umawi, bawat sandali aking pilit mabatid ang himig na maituturing atin. Mapupunit agad mo kadami, di marami ang di magsasabing eto na, inyong dinggin. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling ating at sa habang buhay awitin natin. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling ating. Magmula nang ako'y natutong umawi, nakabuhay muli ang aking paligid. Ngayong patid ko na ang umibig sa sariling pagtaginuhin, sa isang makatay maririnig mga titig nagsasabi. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling ating at sa habang buhay awitin natin. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling ating at sa habang buhay awitin natin. Kay ganda ng ating musika, kay ganda ng ating musika, ito ay ating sariling ating. Kay ganda ng ating musika.
Ang mga batang may 5 hanggang 11 taong gulang ay maaari na ngayong mabakunahan ng libre laban sa COVID-19. Ito ang pinakamahusay na pagprotekta sa kanila, sa inyong pamilya at komunidad. Magpa-schedule ngayon sa australia.gov.au o tumawag sa 1-800-020-080. Para sa mga serbisyo ng pag-iinterprete, tumawag sa 131-450. Otorisado ng Pamahalang Australia, Canberra.
Ang pag-aabuso sa mga matatanda ay maaaring pisikal, pinansyal, sexual o emosyonal na pag-abuso o pagpapabaya. Ang mga gumagawa nito ay kadalasan ang mga pinagkakatiwalaan na miyembro ng pamilya o mga kaibigan. Kung ikaw ay nakaranas, nakakita o may suspetsa ng pag-aabuso sa mga matatanda, tumawag sa 1-800-353-374 para sa libre at kumpidensyal na suporta. Bisitahin ang aming website para sa mga translated resources na maaaring ibahagi sa inyong komunidad. Ito ay serbisyo komunidad na anunsyo ng Australian Human Rights Commission.
Narito ang isang pangako na pwede mong panaligan sa panahon ng pangamba.
Pilipos, Kabanatang 4, mga talatang 6 hanggang 7. Hango sa magandang balita, Biblia. Huwag kayong mabalisa tungkol sa anumang bagay. Sa halip, hingin ninyo sa Diyos ang lahat ng inyong kailangan sa pamamagitan ng pananalangin may pasasalamat. At ang kapayapaan ng Diyos na hindi kayang maunawaan ng tao ang siyang mag-iingat sa inyong puso at pag-iisip dahil sa inyong pakikipag-isa kay Kristo Jesus.
Patatagin ang iyong kalooban, gaya ng pagpapalakas sa iyong pisikal na katawan. Humingi ng tulong at lakas sa Panginoon, at ang pangako niya ay makakamtan.
98.5 2 Triple O FM.
Music in the many languages that we speak here in multicultural Australia. This is the afternoon show with Eric on 98.5 FM.
Kung ang buhay mo ay parang hangin lang, sunod sa ihip ng mundo, walang kahulugan. Napapagod at pag mag-isa'y umiiyak, ang patutunguhan mo'y di mo tiyak. Lumapit kay Jesus, pagkat siya ang daan, katotohanan at buhay, siya ay panaligan. Ang pagmamahal, nahanap mo ng kay tagal, sa kanya mo lamang matatagpuan. Tanging si Jesus ang kailangan mo, dahil walang halaga lahat ng bagay sa mundo. Tanging si Jesus nag-alay ng buhay sa'yo at di magbabago ang pag-ibig niya sa'yo. Ang buhay sa mundo ay pansamantala, parang damong natutuyo, agad nawawala. Ang kaligtasan mo sa kanya lang makakamtang, ang pangako niya'y buhay na walang hanggan. Tanging si Jesus ang kailangan mo, dahil walang halaga lahat ng bagay sa mundo. Tanging si Jesus nagalay ng buhay sa'yo at di magbabago ang pag-ibig niya sa'yo. Siya'y kumakatok sa iyong pintuan. Sana ang puso mo ay buksan, siya'y mabuksan. Tanging si Jesus ang kailangan mo, dahil walang halaga lahat ng bagay sa mundo. Tanging si Jesus nagalay ng buhay sa'yo at di magbabago ang pag-ibig niya sa'yo. Tanging si Jesus ang kailangan mo.
You're listening to the afternoon show. My name is Eric on Sydney's Multicultural Community Broadcasting 98.5 FM. And we are celebrating Australia Day this coming Thursday. And happy Australia Day in advance to all of those who are really celebrating Australia Day, because I said this because others believe that the date should be changed, or this is to be called another day instead of Australia Day. Well, we respect each and every person's opinion, but still, it is legally Australia Day. So happy Australia Day to everyone celebrating this Thursday. And to those who need services, especially those who need support in terms of counseling, if you are feeling depressed or anxious about anything, this is always an important reminder that we are sharing to you here on 98.5 FM.
Recent research by youth mental health organisation Reach Out found that stress about the future is having either a moderate or major impact on the well-being of nearly 55% of young people. Over 54% of young people are moderately to extremely stressed about the future. We caught up with Jackie Hallen from Reach Out to get her advice for young people who are experiencing stress about the future.
It can really help to spend time on things like relaxation and think about what's good for you. We know that things like spending time in nature, connecting with family and friends, focusing on your kind of exercise, and kind of moving your body in a way that feels good to you. They're all I guess, the basics that help us manage our overall well-being. And then the second thing we hear a lot from young people is focusing on things in your control. I think the pandemic has meant that there's been a lot of uncertainty. So coming back to things that you can control can be really empowering.
For more information and to access important resources, including some practical guides for dealing with stress about the future, visit reachout.com.
The Community Radio Suicide Prevention Project is produced with the support of the Australian Government Department of Health.
Listen to Teresa Kwok, community care pioneer and one of the 2023 Senior Australians of the Year.
I like to see myself as a pioneer for building up, connecting all the community, the people together. A lot of them, they can't even communicate with their grandchildren. We can develop their skill set, develop some of the independence. They start to grow, to know this is their place. And I say, when you go back home to talk to your grandchildren or talk to your other friends in Malaysia, in Singapore, whoever, you can tell them what you know about the country, and you will feel so proud.
This is Piolo Pascual, and you're listening to Eric Maliwat. Remember, God who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it until the day of Christ Jesus. Kaya, kapit ka lang sa Lord, kaibigan.
Sydney's multicultural community broadcasting. We are 98.5 FM 200, streaming from radio200.com.au. And thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your Sydney afternoons. This is 200, also being heard on DAB Plus 985. We continue to give you great music in the many languages that we speak here in multicultural Australia. And thanks to those who have been accessing our programs through our website.
You're listening to Bosnian music here at 200 Radio. Enjoy.
Yes, we do play Bosnian music every Saturday in the Bosnian program, and tune in to all of the other language programs. Apart from the Bosnian programs, we have our Thai program, we have our Samoan program, we have our Irish program, we have our Filipino program, and so much more in the many languages that we speak here in multicultural Australia.
Vi slušate bosansku muziku na Radio 200. Uživajte. You're listening to Bosnian music here at 200 Radio. Enjoy.
You know what? We have been watching this interesting Korean novella, and there is this Korean novella that we enjoy watching currently on Netflix. And I would like to share to you the music from this Korean novella that we are watching. Those of you who will be able to identify this one, just enjoy.
눈물이 난다 이 길을 걸으면 그 사람 손길이 자꾸 생각이 난다 붙잡지 못하고 가슴만 떨었지 내 아름답던 사람아 사랑이란 게 참 쓰린 거더라 잡으려 할수록 더 멀어지더라 이별이란 게 참 쉬운 거더라 내 잊지 못할 사람아 사랑아 왜 도망가 수줍은 아이처럼 행여놓아 버릴까봐 꼭 움켜쥐지만 그리움이 쫓아 사랑은 늘 도망가 잠시 쉬어가면 좋을 텐데 바람이 분다 옷깃을 세워도 차가운 이별에 눈물이 차올라 잊지 못해서 가슴에 사무친 내 소중했던 사람아 사랑아 왜 도망가 수줍은 아이처럼 행여놓아 버릴까봐 꼭 움켜쥐지마 그리움이 쫓아 사랑은 늘 도망가 잠시 쉬어가면 좋을 텐데 기다림도 외로움도 다 버려야 하는데 뭘 찾아 이 길을 서성일까 뭘 찾아 여기 있나 사랑아 왜 도망가 수줍은 아이처럼 행여놓아 버릴까봐 꼭 움켜쥐지만 그리움이 쫓아 사랑은 늘 도망가 잠시 쉬어가면 좋을 텐데 잠시 쉬어가면 좋을 텐데
This is the afternoon show with Eric.
Every winter, a sixth of the world's population, including more than 1 billion Chinese citizens, celebrate Chinese New Year. The 15-day festival, also known as Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival, kicks off on the second new moon after the winter solstice, or according to the Gregorian calendar, in use since the 16th century, sometime between January 21st and February 19th. But Chinese New Year goes back a lot further than the 16th century. It's based on the ancient Chinese calendar, which existed as early as the 14th century BC. Even though China adopted the Western calendar in 1912 and began marking January 1st as the official start of the year, Chinese New Year remains the country's most important social and economic holiday. Over the centuries, holiday festivities have spread far beyond China and now take place all over the world. In fact, the biggest celebration outside of China takes place in the United States, San Francisco to be exact. Ever since the gold rush in the 1840s and 50s brought an influx of Chinese immigrant workers to Northern California, the city has held a massive parade for Chinese New Year. According to Chinese tradition, each year is named for one of the 12 animals associated with the Chinese zodiac. Two of those animals, the dragon and the rabbit, are particularly important to Chinese New Year. You'll see dragons everywhere because the Chinese are said to have descended from the mythical creature. And on the 15th day of the New Year, known as the Festival of Lanterns, many people displayed paper lanterns in the shape of rabbits. These symbolize a Chinese goddess named Chang'e, who is said to have brought a rabbit along with her when she jumped on the moon. To prepare for Chinese New Year, lots of people clean out their houses to rid them of ghosts and bad luck associated with the old year. They might get a new haircut and clothes, settle disagreements, or pay off debts in order to start the year fresh. In this way, the Chinese New Year customs resemble the Western custom of New Year's resolutions. In the late night hours of Chinese New Year's Eve, many families make dumplings together. This food is said to bring good fortune to the household. Long noodles are also a traditional Chinese New Year's dish. But if you want to live a long life, never cut the noodles while eating them. And be sure to wear red, the color of good luck, and avoid black, which many people associate with death. Whether they are superstitions or resolutions, one thing's for sure, there's a lot of tradition associated with Chinese New Year that we bet you didn't know.
And thanks a lot for that information. And once again, Happy Lunar New Year and Year of the Rabbit for our Chinese friends. You're listening to Sydney's Multicultural Community Broadcasting 98.5 FM 2000. Also streaming worldwide in a global cast at www.radio2000.com.au. My name is Eric. Happy to share this program to you daily, Monday to Friday from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And once again, a very beautiful and favorite among our Chinese friends.
你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分？我的情也真，我的爱也真，月亮代表我的心。你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分？我的情不移，我的爱不变，月亮代表我的心。轻轻的一个吻，已经打动我的心，深深的一段情，叫我思念到如今。你问我爱。
Translated in English as "The moon represents my heart." That's the late Chinese music artist Teresa Cheng. Happy Chinese New Year once again, and happy Australia Day! And stay tuned in for the China Radio International coming right up, right here on Sydney's Multicultural Community Broadcasting. We are 98.5 FM. 2000, and this is the afternoon show with your friend Eric. Thank you so much.
You're listening to China Plus Radio, connecting you with China and the world.
Now the news. I'm Su Yi. Sunday marked the first day of the Chinese New Year, with activities held across the country to welcome the Year of the Rabbit. In Beijing, crowds of visitors went to Yonghegong Lama Temple to burn incense and pray for good luck. People waited outside a famous temple for hours after midnight to make their first prayer of the new year. In Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, lion dances, flower markets, folk dances, and martial art displays were all widely enjoyed. At New Year markets, people bought flowers and participated in traditional activities such as paper cutting. In Hunan province, people of the Miao ethnic group paraded in traditional clothes, and visitors gathered to watch dragon dance performances and touch the dragon for good luck. The city of Ya'an in Sichuan province coordinated a light show with 1,000 drones to send New Year wishes. In the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, long-distance running and horse riding activities were held to welcome the new year. Pakistani ambassador to China Moinu Haq says he wishes the Chinese New Year will bring more peace and prosperity to the Chinese people.
Let me convey on behalf of my team and colleagues at the Pakistan Embassy, a very warm greetings of Chinese Year of the Rabbit, Spring Festival, for the peace and prosperity, for their health, well-being of all of Chinese friends and their families. Chunjia Kuala, Tunyan, Jishan.
The ambassador also says he cherishes the friendship between his country and China and wishes the emotional bond between Pakistani and Chinese people will be consolidated. After a 3-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the traditional Chinese New Year Grand Parade has returned to Madrid. The parade attracted thousands of local people. Ken Brown reports from Madrid.
El Año del Conejo, or the Year of the Rabbit, was brought in with a bang in Madrid. The Chinese community here in the Spanish capital bid farewell to the winter and welcomed in the new year as part of their Spring Festival celebrations. Festivities took place around Madrid, but the biggest party was here in Usera. This neighborhood is home to the largest concentration of Chinese people in the capital. There are now over 60,000 Chinese residents living in the capital. The community has doubled in size over the last 15 years.